The Penal Code will get its most comprehensive makeover since 1984. Find out more about what was debated in Parliament.
Wide-ranging changes to the Penal Code are set to be passed in Parliament, the most comprehensive review in 23 years. The laws were refined after consultations with the public and legal sector over a 2 to 3 year period.
The day's session started with nominated MP Siu Kam Hong submitting a much-publicised petition to repeal Section 377A. Over the past days, activists have called for the abolishment of 377A, which criminalises sex between men and deemed as discriminatory. To facilitate discussion, the House leader moved to suspend a standing order which required a petition to be referred to the Public Petitions Committee and its content not to be discussed until the committee has met.
This motion will enable members to air their views and raise their concerns on the matters raised in the petition during the debate on the second reading of the Penal Code Amendment Bill. Matters in the petition can therefore be thoroughly and properly debated and discussed and decided by Parliament.
Presenting his views, Mr. Siu said Section 377A is unconstitutional and should be repealed, even though the government has said that it will not enforce the law actively. He also spoke against the retention of 377A just because the majority of Singaporeans disapprove of homosexuality. Part of his argument stemmed from the fact that Section 377 will be abolished to legalise private consensual anal and oral sex between heterosexual adults. So why differentiate for adult males, he asked.
It is not harm that results from such acts being performed between adult men, but the moral disgust that the majority says it feels. But there is a very good reason why the criminal law should not reflect public morality. And that is because doing so can lead to the discriminatory oppression of minorities.
In his speech on amending the Penal Code, Associate Professor Ho Peng Ki said public feedback on the issue has been emotional, divided and strongly expressed, with the majority calling for its retention.
Neither side is going to persuade or convince the other of their position. We should live and let the situation evolve in tandem with the values of society. Whilst homosexuals have a place in society, and in recent years more social space, repealing Section 377A will be very contentious and may send a wrong signal that government is encouraging and endorsing the homosexual lifestyle as part of our mainstream way of life.
Meanwhile, the debate continues over the call to repeal Section 377A of the Penal Code, which criminalises homosexual sex, and petitioners say they will stay the course even if it's not accepted. But they're heartened by